obviously this has been something that's been in the makings for a couple of years. The night that we dedicated the field, this was part of that night as far as the vision of being able to do this. So the original thought was not only to surprise him that night, but also to be able to pull this off. But honestly, we did the most important thing, and that was to get his name on the board that night. But this is something we've had people to be able to raise the funds to be able to do this. And before I turn it over to Mr. Long is going to say a few words for Dr. Markham. And you know, the part of this that's important to me is this, and I've said this to the people as we're closing this up to be able to finalize this monument, is when you get a field named after you, it's going to last forever. You know, you can't comprehend how long it will be. This will always be Markham Field. But part of that is I want it for generations to come, is to somehow, in some way, know the same man that I knew. And I say that the littlest thing that we could do is at least be able to, and when you see the monument, we want it to be a bit reflective of Dr. Markham, and it be more than just a name on the field, and somehow symbolize everything that he stood for, and also have his picture involved too, so you can actually see who it is. So I say that to you because this monument, in the future, I want to go ahead and say it will not stay here. We have plans for this whole area right here, where this will have a total overhaul, where this monument will move to the centerpiece of it as we have a walkway onto the field. So as players go on the field, they'll be able to walk by it, and as fans and people in this community and other communities will be able to see something that symbolizes the cornerstone that started not just this school, but our community. And those of us and the former coaches that are here, current coaches that have been here the whole time, you know exactly what I mean with that with Dr. Markham. So I'm going to turn it over to Mr. Long, let him say a few words, and then we'll unveil this thing here pretty shortly, depending on how long he talks. So Mr. Long?
I will be short, I know you're in the sun. This journey that got us here right now started 12 years ago, actually 13 years ago, the truth be known. Dr. Markham was appointed the first principal of Mill Creek High School, and from there it got easy, I guess. Maybe it was a little bit difficult, but what Dr. Markham brought to the table and what he will be forever remembered for was his enthusiasm for y'all. He is a student-oriented man, top to bottom. I've worked for a lot of different people over the years in the educational arena. This man right here loves kids. That's where it starts. He built a coaching staff. He made it easy for us to do what we needed to do to make this the best high school in Georgia, in the southeastern United States, heck, the whole country. This is the place where everybody wants to be. I hope you know that tribute is to this man right here. This is where it started. And it was an uphill battle. I will tell you, you all won't remember this. Coach Jarvis and some of these older coaches will remember that first couple of years, it was tough. It was tough. We talk about wins, we talk about losses. We were talking about just scoring a point at that point in time. It was an uphill battle. But let me tell you who was at every game. This man right here, every game, on the road. There were several times we had to pull him off the field because he was mixing it up with the officials. I remember distinctly Franklin County, when he got out on that field and he was just chirping, and when I say chirping, y'all know what I mean. I mean, everybody in the stadium heard him. The official turns around and ejects the youth pastor from the game because he didn't know who it was that was doing all that chirping. He has no idea. Coach Jarvis looks at me and says, "You got to muzzle. You got to do something." I said, "He's motivating the players." We didn't win that game, but we won the battle with the officials. Anyways, enough of the stories. This tribute is such a small token of the appreciation that is felt not by just the community, the coaches, and the staff, but by everybody. I will tell you that it brings joy to my heart to be here today to pay this tribute to this great man. I thank you for all your contributions to education as a whole. Thank you, Dr. Markham.
One thing that I want to say real quick, we're about to unveil it. Honestly, in my mind, I had it all designed, ready to go, and was going to surprise him with it, as I said. But when we got through that game, and I realized this would, as Gary said, this is going to last the test of time. It'll be here forever. Honestly, I wanted him to have some input in it. And what I had designed was basically a monument, just recognizing all of his accomplishments. And this is one thing about Dr. Markham I share with the players. We can't comprehend all the awards that he's won. And I don't mean to be lighthearted with this, but I still go to the Metacrete game when they were reading through all the awards during the game, if you remember that, and it embarrassed him to no end. And it wasn't just the length of it, it was because he is a man that wants to deflect attention. And I say that to you because as we talked about this monument, one thing that you'll notice on the monument, obviously you'll recognize him on the top, but he was adamant about the first-year coaches that started this program. He wanted to say, as much as we indebted to him, he wanted to turn it all to all of us that started this school and was here in those early years. And he basically said we couldn't do it without him. He couldn't have done it without us. And this is a symbol for us to say we couldn't have done it without him. And this is a community piece. This is not Touchdown Club. This is not track. This is the Mill Creek community doing this gesture for you, Dr. Markham. And hopefully, I'm holding my breath because if he doesn't like it, I'll find out later. But this is something that I know he will. I know I've had the luxury to see it. I'm excited about it. And if you don't mind, Dr. Markham, I'm going to let you, and Dr. Markham, it's your monument. I'll let you unveil it and let you take a look at it. And it's got a few wrappings on it. I'm gonna let him take it in real quick. Just let him look, but I want to make sure everybody sees on the front quote. This is what we read that night. On this date, this is going back to August 31st, 2012. The playing surface of Mill Creek Community Stadium will be forever named Markham Field in recognition of Dr. James L. Markham's leadership and service to Mill Creek High School, serving as her inaugural principal from 2004 to 2013. It is our hope that every athlete competes on this field will exhibit the same vision, passion, and courage that Dr. Markham has possessed throughout his illustrious career. Dated August 31st, 2012. We have the inaugural coaches on one side, and then the last thing that I'll read to you on the left side, and this is a quote Dr. Markham sent to me. He never knew that I would use this, but he sent with me at the bottom of it, it's got his years of service, both in education and with military, but at the bottom it says this: give the children our very best today in the hope that what will result is a better tomorrow. And that's simply stated, but that is the epitome of what Dr. Markham has stood for in education. Hopefully this monument will symbolize not just his courage in his fight in his career, but also the longevity of his legacy and all of his former players, students, and teachers that will go on for generations to come. So with that, Dr. Markham, thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you all very much. I really have to think about what to say. I'll send Coach an email tomorrow, the next day, and tell him what I really think. I'm glad to see the MC is there. That block MC right there, designed by kids here at Mill Creek High School, I want y'all to know is the most recognizable brand, school brand in North Georgia. I have people come up to me all the time and say, yeah, you know what that MC stands for? Is it Madison County? And I say, no, hell no, it's Mill Creek High School. But I told Coach Jarvis that I did not want to become a roost for pigeons for the rest of my days. You know, but if somebody will pressure wash this puppy from time to time, well, it suits me, you know. But I'm humbled by this whole thing. I don't actually know what to say. I'm not a great public speaker to begin with, but thank you. It would seem appropriate. The night they named the field, they really got me. Yeah, I did not know what to say or what to do. I sort of had a suspicion that this was going to happen. Chip Gaskell, my friend, our first Booster Club president, standing back there, sat next to me at the Chamber of Commerce dinner yesterday, didn't say a word about this thing. And so we know he can keep a secret. He can probably make a security clearance. Thank you, fellas. Good luck to y'all tomorrow night. I know you got Duluth, and Duluth is one of those sneaky football teams. You never know. And they'll come over here to play, I promise you. They're well coached. I was just telling
Coach Jarvis, Meadow Creek High School was named the Team of the Week by the Atlanta Touchdown Club for their 2 victories. So, you know, this Region 7A just continues to get better. Every single sport that we had in our inaugural seasons is represented on this piece of granite. I assume this is called Absolute Black. Is that what it's called? Shannon?
Yes, sir. Yes, that's as black as jet black.
This is powerful stuff. This will last a long time, and it will be here as long as Mill Creek High School is here. And I promise you that Mill Creek High School, I could never go back to another high school as a principal. You know, I'd probably come back here tomorrow if they let me. So thank you very much.